Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're out here with Arwen today. It is a muggy, gross, humid day. Not at all fun for us. But we've been talking about goat behavior lately. And last week we talked about boys during breeding season and what kind of behaviors you might have to put up with. Today we're going to talk about the girls. What are the ladies like during breeding season? Now, remember that girls are significantly different, but they are still goats. So you're going to still have some goat behavior. I'm dropping my phone. But you will definitely still have some goat behavior. So expect some of the things to be the same. When a doe is in heat, when it's breeding season and she gets the urge to make some babies, she'll do some of the same things the bucks do. You might see her flapping her tongue. You might hear her blubbering or see her blubbering. You might see some mounting behavior. So she might mount other does. This is called being bucky because they're very buck-like behaviors, but they're not abnormal in a doe who's in heat. So if your in heat girl is doing that, then that's just normal. Okay? She might be mounting other females. She might be blubbering at you. She won't pee on herself, which, thank goodness, because that's stinky. So she won't do that part. That is reserved for the bucks who are ready to make the babies. It is not a thing that the females do. That's why the females are not stinky. Okay? They are not smelly creatures because they don't pee on themselves. So they won't do that, thank goodness. Other signs that your goat is in heat might involve allowing other goats to mount her, even if it's other females. So instead of doing the mounting, she might be the mountee. She'll pee often, so she'll have to urinate a lot, but she won't do it on herself. That's a buck thing, but she'll still pee more than normal. You might notice that she's not as hungry. She might have some decreased appetite. That's certainly Arwen when she's in heat. So we're not breeding Arwen. We're certainly not breeding Arwen, but she still goes into heat because she's a young female goat. So she is definitely one of the ones that kind of goes off her feed when she's in heat. She still eats, but not as much. And that's actually fairly normal. You also might see some clear discharge from the hind end. That is normal, okay? It is not cause for concern as long as it's not bloody. Now, if it's bloody, then obviously you should call your vet. But normally a goat in heat will have some discharge. Okay, that's normal. You will probably notice a whole bunch of tail wagging. It's called flagging. So her tail will be upright and she'll wag it a lot. She'll be very, very waggy. So that is really normal. She's kind of signaling to the boys, hey, I'm ready. I would like a visit from a boy. So if you see flagging, that's a sure sign that she is ready. And that's Bowser. Bowser, who we didn't see on video the other day, has come to visit. Hi, Bowser. This video isn't about you, even though you're lovely and we adore you. This isn't about you. Arwen. It's about Arwen. So, yes, tail flagging is really, really common. You also might have excessive calling. So all that bleeding, which is actually called calling, you'll hear a lot of bleeding. That's really normal when they're in heat. So just kind of get used to it. They get very loud. Hi again, Bowser. You're getting awfully close. Not about you. It's about her. You're also going to notice a lot of mood changes. It's really, really normal. Okay? You'll have the sweetest goat in the world suddenly hate your guts. Or you'll have a goat that can't stand the sight of you, suddenly wants to crawl in your lap and cuddle. Mood changes are really normal. When she's in heat, she don't like us. And obviously, she loves us right now because she always wants to be with us. But when she's in heat, not so much. She kind of wants to be alone. So expect that kind of mood change. They might, not all goats experience a mood change, but if they do, it's normal. They will go back to being your loving sweeties soon enough. Okay? And also, it's important to note that if they're lactating, so if you've been milking them or they're feeding babies, their milk production does drop off when they're in heat. It'll come back as long as you're consistently milking. It will come back. It's just while they're in heat, it drops off because their bodies are getting ready to carry some more babies. So those are just a few of the things you want to watch for when your goat is in heat. Do expect some personality changes. Do expect that your goats get a little bit weird. They want some boys. If you don't want them to get pregnant, you're going to want to keep them separate from the boys, because goats are pretty dang fertile. They're pretty easy to get pregnant. Anyway, that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. We'll see you tomorrow.